Recording. Okay, so who's gonna start first?
I can go. I've got my notes written down here, so.
Okay, Wicked. You
Okay.
have the floor.
Okay. So I wanted to talk about like some of the tips that I took away, and then some of the like the changes that I noticed in myself that I took away from. So one thing that really stood out to me was Melanie Mitro said the more success you have, the more obstacles you will have. And it makes sense because the more success you have, the more you're working on bigger things, and the first time you try something new, you're probably gonna fail. So if you're failing at things, that's a good thing because that means you're trying things and getting outside of your comfort zone. Another thing was focus on opportunity and positivity, and you're not at a disadvantage unless you think you are. So instead of like thinking, oh, I'm a failure, I didn't do this right, just think of it as an experience, and I experienced this and now I know how to better deal with it for next time. And if you think that you've tried everything, like if you're sitting there and you're like, I've tried everything to lose the 5 pounds that I need to lose, to make an actual list. And you might notice that there's only like 2 or 3 things on that list, and you're saying you've tried everything, but really you've only tried these couple things. And then you can work from there and grow a bigger list of things that you actually can try. And then Chalene Johnson did an amazing speech on curiosity marketing. She told us that Facebook actually hides posts that have workout names. So if you like write like, oh, I did a Shift Shop workout, Facebook will hide that because they filter out Shift Shop, because there's so many coaches posting with those same words, they'll actually filter it out. Makes sense. And she said use curiosity marketing to get them to ask you what the program is. So instead of saying, like, again, I'm doing Shift Shop, you can say I'm doing this program and it's changing, it's really helped improve my eating habits, and like the trainers really super motivating, and everyone else in the videos that I'm doing is super motivating, and it's nice to see their struggles too, and that sort of thing. And she mentioned too, if you use the name of a product, people might just Google it and then just buy it from someone else. Like if you say, oh, Shakeology, they might be like, oh, what's this? And then Google it and then just go to the Beachbody website and get sent to some random, and then you miss out on a sale. And she mentioned this, I thought was really cool. This is one of my favorite things from her. She mentioned if you're wanting to show the program a little bit, you can take like an Instagram picture, and if you have like your Shift Shop shirt from completing the program, instead of saying, oh, Shift Shop was awesome and now I have a free shirt, you can say something like, oh, I feel so great in my clothes because this program really gave me the confidence, helped me lose the 5 pounds that I wanted to, and I feel great because of this program, wearing the shirt, and then it shows it off instead of just saying Shift Shop, right? So that was all the notes that I had for the technical kind of stuff that I took away from it. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from Summit was actually the confidence that I got, and how much I was able to figure out who I really am and how I want to market myself, because it was just a weekend to completely be me, surrounded by people who support me no matter what I want to do, no matter what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, just constant support and constant, like, it's okay to be who you are. And even the first night we were there, we went to this Mexican restaurant, and I was totally loving the food. It was amazing. And at the beginning, they had these like nachos and plantain chips. April's laughing because she's part of the story. And it was so good. And we had one bowl at the end of our table, and that was done. And I was pretty disappointed because it was so delicious. And the waiter was behind April and Tina. And I just looked up and I was, oh my God. He brought us another plate of the nachos, and it was like the best thing ever. And I just felt so comfortable to just be myself. And it's really helped me be myself a lot more. Like even at work, it's a lot easier to be myself and just be happy and act like I want to act and not be ashamed and not try and hide anything. So I think was the biggest thing I took away, was the confidence and just being able to express myself a little bit better and more comfortably, I guess. That's all I got.
That's awesome. I wrote that down, and I love Shalene Johnson. Like, I listened to her Build Your Tribe and the Shalene Show. And so in Build Your Tribe, she shares actually lots of those tips and things like that. But some of those ones I didn't know, like the curiosity marketing, like that's kind of cool. And it's so hard sometimes because I know for me, it's just fluent. Like, you just are so used to talking about them all the time and everything, and you see it everywhere, so it just kind of happens, right? And I'm terrible for that, so that's something I really need to work on too, and I know that. But that's like the Shakeology thing. Like, I try not to say Shakeology, and I've mentioned that before, right? Because there's been so many people that have said, or it has a bad name because they had a bad experience with someone else, right? And then as soon as you say that, it just, like, something in their brain, it turns it to like a negative something, right? Or it's with Beachbody. You say Beachbody and people are like, nope, turn you off, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of, it's similar thing, right? And so that's something we really have to focus on. But I love those tips. And I'm super, like, I'm really hoping to make it next time. So thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, April, I'm gonna mute myself again because this little dude's been chatting up a storm here. So I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, I didn't really make any notes. Well, I haven't gone through my notes for a while from Summit, but like, I think the Shailene thing was key. Like, throughout Team Cup month, I just tried to do all curiosity marketing like the whole time and just like never give away any details, because I think that is huge, because then people wonder. I still didn't get like as much reaction as I wanted to, but I mean, it was still good. I think another thing that I took away, I guess not any of the technical stuff, but it was just seeing like Carl and all of the people high up in the company, seeing their passion and just like, I don't know. I think before I went to Summit, you know, you still kind of wonder like how legit things are, I guess. And I just like hearing them speak and seeing the passion that they have and all of the ways that they're trying to help people. It was super powerful. Like even like, so just before Summit, like where the place I was in was, I was kind of like not sure I wanted to do the business. Like, I was really like, felt myself drawn away from it. And I just like, I didn't stop posting for a while because I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this right now. Like, I'm not sure. But being there and experiencing those people and experiencing what they're doing and the lives that were changed, it was super powerful and emotional too. Just to see what they're doing in the world and seeing that we can be a part of that. So that was really cool. And that was something huge for me, because it kind of like reestablished some faith in the people who are running the company, right? And then the other thing too is, like Ali said, like being more of myself. Like, I felt like I could just be like have my own style and just be comfortable in who I was. And because we don't get to see our team as like very often, and like just on calls and stuff, you don't really get to know them that well. But like being able to spend a whole weekend with them was really awesome, and get to like see who people really are. It was really cool. And I feel like I have all these new friends now that like that you know a little bit deeper and that are a little bit closer than maybe some of the other friends in my life who don't share the same same common values and stuff. So it was really neat to be able to bond with everybody. And just had such a good time. And I came back and I felt like such a powerhouse. Like, Team Cup Month was really awesome. So like, it really helped boost me up and feel more confident. Like, I was posting like 3 times a day. I was so inspired just from everything. And it just became a lot easier than it did before. So I think those are the major things for me. You're still muted.
Oh my gosh, I just said, I started talking without admitting myself, but I clearly already did that. Okay, that's awesome, and I love that. And yeah, I know, because I remember that time right before Summit when I seriously thought you were breaking up with me. So that was really sad, but it was all good, because then you went to Summit and it was boom, you were back at it. So that was exciting. But I totally know what you mean about like seeing people behind the scenes. Like, even Arnold, when he came to like when he's at our success, what are they called, Super Saturdays, and things like that, or even other coaches, like other top coaches, right, that we get to see and hear, and it just really, really helps understand more about the business and understand more about what people are actually like, the masterminds behind it, and what people are trying to achieve, right? Okay, so that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Has anyone been listening to the National Wake Up Calls at all?
I have been for the most part. I missed this week, and I don't think I've listened to last week, but other than that, I've been listening to them.
Okay, so the one that there was one about the free groups. Do you remember that one?
I think, yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna do that activity. So it was a 5-step process for free groups, because from free groups, and this is what I'm zoning in on, because this is my problem also. And like over the summer, it's kind of like, well, since having Monty, really, it's been hard for me to try to do everything at once, and I'm still trying to figure it out, because I'm still trying to learn how to be a mom of 2 boys. I'm still trying to figure out how to like fit everything in the day, and like with moving and all that stuff, it's just been super hard, and I really need to get back into connecting, building those relationships, and getting out of the cold market, because social media, I don't know if you noticed, is changing again. And the things that we were talking about even last year, or even the beginning of this year, on how to market and how to reach out to people, that's all changed again. And so we're constantly, that's the other thing, is we like constantly have to reevaluate and figure out what's happening and how to deal with everything, right? So this is her like a 5-step process to free groups and all that kind of stuff. And it's not like an ab blast or an arm blast or a booty blast, or like, it's not one of those like a fitness type. It's knowing your interests and trying to connect with your market. So if you don't know your market, and you don't know who you want to try to attract, that's a problem, right? So if you guys have a pen and a paper, do you have pen and paper? I want to do this quick little thing together. I did mine on the call, but then, because then I can share with you. But while I'm talking, I want you guys to figure out who you're trying to connect with. So when you're writing your post, or like, who's your audience? Because what I found is, when I'm trying to speak to everyone, I speak to no one. And you hear that lots from all the coaches, right? So who do you want to connect with? What's your perfect client, or like your perfect person, your perfect client look like? And what's your perfect team? Like, what kind of coaches do you want on your team? And so make an interest list of your interests, like of 10 things. So for me right now, and it will always change, right? As your life changes, as you evolve into a different person, it was like through personal development, all that kind of stuff. As you grow older, as you start having kids or get new pets or whatever, like your interests are always probably going to change, right? So for me, I have more than 10, because I didn't think that all these things were that interesting. And then I realized, like, oh, they are interesting. So my postpartum journey, right? So I want to reach out to like either new moms or moms struggling. I'm a boy mom, right? I have boys only. I love gardening. I love do-it-yourself stuff, but I just don't have the time. So there's that. I'm a cooking fanatic. Like, I love recipes. I love making up my own recipes and things. I'm a coffee enthusiast. I've been through postpartum depression. I'm a Christian. I'm starting to get into running. So I don't call myself a runner, but I'm interested in learning how to run and do half marathons and stuff, right? I love mountains and hiking and my dogs. So like, those are interests, and that's my interest list. Okay, so now I want you to, I'll just give you a few minutes and write down as many things that interest you as possible. Don't think about what you think other people would be interested in, but only you, like only your interests, okay? And don't think that it's not interesting. You never know what's interesting or not to other people. So I'll just set a timer here, and I'll give you a few minutes. And if you're done before the timer, just say so. Well, I'm just going to pretend I started a timer because I can't seem to find it on my iPad right now. So, and I'll mute myself so you don't hear. Okay, you can hear when I unmute myself. He had his shots yesterday, and so he has a fever, and he's just not happy, really. Okay, so whether you got it or not, like, that's something you can think about. But just a few interests, April. Like, name a few.
Food, games, traveling, gardening.
Sorry, I need to mute myself when you're talking.
I just said music, food, games, traveling, running, gardening.
Okay, now Allie.
So I put, because I've been kind of trying to slip in a little bit lately about like being a support worker and working with disabilities and stuff. So I put that, that I'm interested in running. I like camping, especially in the mountains. Cats, horses, David's tea, geocaching, body positivity, self-love, yoga, miracle morning, reading, and then PD.
That's awesome. Oh, you can tell when I'm talking because, like, anyways. Okay, so that's awesome. So then step 2. So from that list of interests, you're going to want to create, like, free group ideas. So if, for, like, my cooking, maybe I can set up, well, obviously, like, clean eating. Or maybe I can do, like, a recipe swap. Or I can set up, like, a freezer meal or dump meal group or whatever, right? Where I can make a template, have all the meals, and then each day tell them how to cook it, tell them how to create it, whatever, right? And then get them to post recipes or whatever. So there's a free group idea. Christian, I could run a Bible study. Running, I could set up like a free running group or something, right? Like maybe we all try to hit 5K and whatever. Do it yourself. Like we can, I can maybe pick certain crafts to do, make a template about it, and then each day post like how to do it, and everyone has to do a live video on how to do this craft or whatever, and then we share. So you want to try to get people interested in what you're interested in, right? Like that's going to be your market. All those interests are the people you're trying to target. And so then when you run these free groups, you can then connect. So use the group to connect. So the thing that people do the most, and we're all guilty of this, is we set up the group, we add the people into it, and it's like you add and drop. right? And then you just post your posts, and I'm not blaming it, like not telling anyone, because I do it all the time because I just forget, or we schedule the post, so then you just know it's good and you just don't check in. That's where most coaches fail, because this is the most important part. Like, these people join the group for you to be their coach and you to connect with them, right? And so he is so hot. I am sweating like holy smokes. Drop and ditch. That's what it is. Drop and add and drop. That does not sound right. So this is the part where you want to connect. You want to connect with all your people. You want to start, like, maybe you added them on the Sunday, so that's awesome. Your group started on Monday. You're going to start talking to all those people in your connects for the day. And you're going to start building a relationship over that week in a personal message. And then in the group, you're going to make sure you comment on every single thing. You're going to make sure that you tag your, oh, sorry, he clearly fell asleep and I was just loud. You're going to want to tag them in the posts, right? Not just the beginning post, but if you see your people not tagging or not checking in or not like commenting on any of our posts, tag them in it, okay? Because this is so many people just drop in and ditch, and that's like where we fail, because we're not connecting. And this is how we're going to find potential people, right? So that's number 3, is use the group to connect. Take a little time to recon. Okay, so then when you're messaging, take some time before, like if they're new people or even if they're your friends that you just added into this group, take a little time in, like, put it into your power hour and do a little recon. So like go to their personal page and just scroll through the week or whatever and see, like, maybe their daughter had a birthday, maybe it was their birthday, maybe they got a new haircut, maybe they went on a vacation, maybe they're planning a vacation, maybe they posted something about a workout, maybe they posted whatever it is. Just do, like, write a few notes on them, and so that you have some leverage to connect with them throughout the week, right? And hopefully it'll do like a back and forth conversation, and then you can figure out if, okay, the next step is going to be evaluating them. So you're going to see, like, did they engage in the group, did they connect back and forth, all that kind of stuff, right? Like, do they seem interested? Do I think they would be good? Like, do I think they're ready to move on to the next challenge group, or maybe they need a little bit more time, right? So that's when you're going to evaluate as step 4. And then step 5, you're going to do a formal invite. So if you think, like, yes, this person answered all your questions, this person had awesome conversation back and forth, this person was wicked in the challenge group, they kicked ass, I'm going to now invite them. So then that's when you can say, like, you should plan your free groups, and we can run free groups together too, but you should plan your free groups so that the week later, you're going to have a paid challenge group starting, or you're going to have a coaching sneak peek. Awesome. Hey, Cassandra. You're going to have a coaching sneak peek or something come up so that you can formally invite them and you have something to invite them to, right? So that's how you do that. And then if you don't think that they're quite ready yet, but they're potentials, you can re-add them to the next free group that's starting, right? And then her suggestion here was how she keeps track of all of it, and this is what I'm having such a hard time with, is I'm such a I'm such a paper and pen person, but I have a million notebooks and I just have things randomly throughout whatever, and then I just can't find stuff, and I'm not very organized. So that's something that I really need to focus on is organization. But Google Sheets, she said, is that she has one main Google Sheet for her free groups. And then she has the bottom, like, you know how you could have the tabs? She has the names of each group, like, because it's how I run my free groups, right? Where I just change the name, but I keep everyone in one group all the time, right? Nods, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So you guys are just, I don't know if it froze, but everyone's just staring like, okay. So that's awesome. So the bottom, the tabs, is you just put the name of whatever free group you did and then add all the names into it. So if those people from, say you had like a do-it-yourself group, I know that's very generic, but whatever, do it yourself, and then the next one could be like clean eating, 5-day clean eating or whatever. So if those people from the do-it-yourself group weren't quite ready yet to move on to like a paid challenge group or get a challenge pack or sign up with the coaching sneak peek or whatever, then you can add that person back into the other one. And that helps you keep track of all the people that have been in your groups in one file, right? So that might be helpful. That might be something to try. I'm going to try that just to see. But again, I said I just need to find like a good system because what I have is not working. So, how's everyone with that? Like, does that make sense to everyone? Does that sound good? Okay, Cassandra, we did an activity, and you can go back into this, like, because I recorded this. So after we're done here, if you want to like go back in and just watch what we were talking about. Okay. Allie and April shared their takeaways from Summit, so I really want you guys to watch that. And also we were talking about things that interest us so that we know our market, because when you talk to everyone, you're really talking to no one, right? You need you need to really focus in on your market and who you want to attract. Okay. So yeah, go back into this when I put the recording up. I'll try to put it up right away. And then I just want you to make an interest list of 10 things that you are interested in. Like what interests you, whether you think it's boring or not.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, and then, and then I just talked about this 5-step process. So everything is all about the follow-up, right?
Okay.
And making connections. So I know it seems harder than it is, right? Because you just think about like connecting. But then there was another one I was watching, and she made this hashtag. What was it? Or the National Wake Up Call. I can't remember what her name was. I listened to it yesterday. And she hashtagged like don't be a baby, push send or something, because she was like terrified. She was so shy and she was terrified to talk to people, and then she made this hashtag and she put it everywhere. And so then she just for the entire year or whatever it was, she just reached out to everyone, and she didn't care if they said no or not. She just looked at that hashtag, which was like don't be a baby and push send, and she just kept doing it and kept talking and kept making connections, and she's like a 1-star qualifying now. So that's exciting. So I have a call to action for you guys, and I want all of us, like I'm gonna do it too, I want all of us to come up. Awesome. I want all of us to come up with a 5-day free group from like that has to do with one of our interests. Okay, so not like an ab challenge, not a water challenge, not any of the challenges that we've done before, because that's going to be too easy. I want us to create a 5-day challenge or group. It doesn't even have to be a challenge group, like an accountability group or whatever it is that you're going to do about one of your interests that you think like that you're going to attract people to, that are going to be the same like-minded as you. Okay, and I want you to have a name for it. I want you to tell me what your posts are going to be like. Like, is it going to be a 3 times a day posting schedule? Is it going to be where you post like 1 activity a day? Is it going to be live videos? Like, you need to have everything sought out, right? And then what is your ultimate goal for that group? So is it to get people to like all your posts? Is it to get engagement? Is it to really build connections? Because so many people get caught up in post likes and people commenting on the posts, but the main thing behind it is you can get 1 or 2 likes, but if you engage with those people and you connect with those people and you're building a relationship, that's the thing that matters the most, right? It's not about getting a sale. It's not about how many people are going to be on your team. It's not about how many likes, how popular I am. Like, it's about building those genuine relationships and truly helping someone find something that they're looking for, right? That's what it is to me. So I want you guys to think about what your ultimate goal is for that group. And I want you to have that, like, it's pretty new for us. So we'll just say end of September and we'll plan to start in October, if you guys are okay with that. Or just because I know we're all busy, right? So we'll run our free groups in October. That gives you lots of time. But I don't want you, like, I want you to work on it little bits at a time because I want them to be kick-ass. Okay? And because I'm giving, like, we're giving all this time. And I don't want you to wait till the last weekend in September to start doing it. Okay? Because knowing me, that would be me. So let's hold each other accountable. Let's post, like, every week or something. Or, no, because we're almost done September, aren't we? I don't know. What are we? What day is it? Like, is that September? No, I'm just kidding.
September 13th today, Christy.
Hello, I'm home.
No, yeah, we have lots of time. So let's try to connect like every 4 days maybe and just see where everyone's at. Like maybe here's a goal. I want your interest and the name of the group by next team call. So next Wednesday. Okay? So you have to have what your challenge is going to be, the name of it, and what interests like it's related to by next team call. That's what we're doing here. I need to write that down or I will forget. Okay, I want to grab a picture quick because my phone's gonna. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Oh, April, you and I are so dark. I wonder if I turn off, oh no, if I turn off the light, we won't see anything. Okay, well, I do not know. You have more light, April? Because I can see my face, like, in the thing. But April, it's just super dark. And I can also see my iPad. There. Okay, maybe I can lighten it up a bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sweet. It's been so long, guys. It's exciting. I'm glad everyone made it on. Is everyone feeling okay? Like with stuff going out this year? We're gonna like hit hard for December. We have what, 3 months, right? 3.5 months. So what you're doing now, this is the time to push the hardest because then going into the new year, it's you're gonna rock, right? Build those relationships now, and then once the year, like, and if you sell things, awesome. If not, well, you build those relationships, and next year will be your year, right? So, okay. Thank you all for joining. Anyone have any questions? I think we have like a couple minutes left. No? Okay, sweet. I'm so excited. We had a team call. It's been so long. Okay. Well, have a great night. And I'll try to get this recording up as soon as possible. Okay?
Okay.
Bye, ladies.
Bye.